Hare Krishna. So on the occasion of the sacred day, the appearance day of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura, let us discuss his contributions to our tradition briefly. While his contributions can be expanded unlimitedly, we can also classify them into two broad categories. One is internal reformation of our tradition, and the second is the external presentation of the tradition. If you look at the history of Gaudiya Vaishnavism, after Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the tradition continued on for several centuries. But Bhaktivinoda Thakura was the time when India at large, and the Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition in particular, encountered modernity in a forceful way. So modernity brought with its Western thought, Christian ideas, scientific progress, and all of them made a sustained onslaught on many of the traditional beliefs and practices. So Bhaktivinoda Thakura responded to these, and he laid the foundation for the future propagation of Krishna consciousness in this modern scientific rational age. And Prabhupada calls him the father of the modern day Krishna consciousness movement. So he, in response to the situations, internally reformed and externally represented and presented the tradition. So internal reformation was that the Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition had become divided into two main kinds of people who were its leaders and one kind of people who were followers. None of them were capable of doing outreach effectively to the modern mindset. So there were the Babajis who were renunciates, some of them were pure-hearted, some of them were hypocritical, and then there were the caste Goswamis who were householders, who were the strongholds of power, and they were also in many ways materialistic. And there's general people who would like to chant and dance and sing, but they were not very intellectual, and they were often engaging in sinful activities, thinking that the holy name alone is enough to free one from sinful reaction. There's no need to give up sinful activities. So sahajic influences by which immoral relationship between male-female were being propagated as if they were divine pastimes of Krishna with the gopis was also going on. So Bhaktivinoda Thakura, by his personal exemplary moral character and by his sustained efforts, reformed the tradition. Now he took initiation from Bipin Bihari Goswami, who was an influential Goswami. And he also got inspiration from Jagannath Das Babaji, who was among the renunciates, Babajis. And in this way, he got the blessings of both the centers of power. But then after that, he systematically wrote and insisted on moral standards. He wrote songs which were popular with the general people, and those were songs which were similar to the kind of songs the people were earlier singing. But through those songs, he taught the importance of detachment, of purity, of sincere devotion, of humility, and he imbibed true devotional values among people by that. This is how he internally reformed the tradition, and external presentation was through his writing books in innovative forms. For example, he wrote novels like Prema Pradeep, even novels involving elaborate philosophical discussions like Jaiva Dharma. So through these kind of books, Bhaktivinoda Thakura wrote over 100 books, and this despite being so busy with all his familial and magisterial responsibilities. And his books went all over Bengal, Orissa, and eventually they went to various parts of the country. We know one book even went to Canada. So although Bhaktivinoda Thakura himself, because of his family responsibilities, did not travel around continuously like a traveling preacher, but he built up a virtual community of people who would read his prolific writings and understand Krishna consciousness and spread it all over. So he has shown us the example of how we can share Krishna consciousness despite all our other responsibilities, how we can maintain purity internally, and how we can strive to present Krishna consciousness in the best possible way within our limitations and also within the circumstances we are in, and attract many people to Krishna's lotus feet. So we can pray to Bhaktivinoda Thakura for these two blessings of helping us to become internally purified ourselves and set example of purity for others, and being effective by presenting a philosophy in attractive and transformational ways. Thank you very much. Bhaktivinoda Thakura ki jai.